Talkwad Radio Network welcomes you to the SpiritPioneers.com channel, where you can find Momma J Speaks, also simulcasted on theartsradio.com channel as well. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Momma J Speaks show. So happy that you've joined us, whether you're there or not. I'm just sending positive vibes out there to all of you. Hope everyone had a wonderful, wonderful weekend. I'm not really going to speak too much on my weekend because, well, stuff has been happening in my family. So everybody just send love and prayers, and I return them out to all of you as well. Wanted to introduce you all to my guest for a brief moment, Mateo. He's from Snap 'em. Remember last week when we had Misha Eli Rubenstein? Well, he was talking about the Snap 'em group, and we actually were able to get the lead guy from the group to come in. So welcome.
Well, thank you very much for having me.
Absolutely. Okay, so more about him later. But anyway. So everybody that's watching, I know I'm a little sporadic and eclectic. Well, just to kind of put you guys in the zone. No, my computer. Okay, there we go. Just to give you the premise of my show is interactive dialogue from you, the listeners, and my guest. Yay! With open topics from spirituality to environmental issues and beyond. And of course, anyone from the arts community for visual, music, literary, and movement. That would be Mateo. And sharing written poetry, commentary, all from the faux pas of life to dabbling of politics, education, relationships, spiritual awareness, resources, all with a metaphysical undertone and spiritual comedy flair. That is,
That's a lot right there.
I know.
I like it.
Awesome. So, wanted you all to know that this month I'm inviting 3 businesses or individuals to step up to be my sponsors for my shows, and at least one official advertiser. This is my goal for every month in 2013 because I'm ready to be seen. And if you would like to be that special someone, well, it says here, please send all show info for talkwadtech@gmail.com. So send something in about that. And then also know that all the shows are proudly brought to you. My show, Momma J Speaks, is proudly brought to you by Talkwad Network. Please check out other shows with the Talkwad Network at www.talkwad.com. Okay. We almost got that done.
Right. Through the mandatory.
So, how you been, Mateo?
I'm pretty good. No doubt about it.
So.
Had a great weekend.
Really?
Yeah, no doubt. Got to hang out with Sinbad, legendary comedian, for the 3 days. It's pretty cool.
Rock on. How the heck did you get that one?
Well, I work at a comedy theater, too, on the side. McCurdy's Comedy Theater. Yeah, man. It was really fun. It was one of the best, hottest acts we've gotten through there so far.
Awesome. So you're actually a comedy guy, huh?
Yeah, I like comedy, too.
Rock on. So do I.
Mm-hmm.
I've tried it before. I've done stand-up.
Yeah, same here.
And improv, but you're probably a little bit better at it than I am.
Yeah, I'm part of the improv troupe, too.
Oh, awesome. Yeah. Okay, I'll be your friend on Facebook.
McCurdy's Comedy Players, if I remember correctly.
Awesome. So now I'll be your friend on Facebook.
Yay. More friends on Facebook.
Yay! Okay, so let's get down to it.
All right, let's do this.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have Snap 'em. What does that stand for?
Speak nothing about Project Mayhem.
Project Mayhem.
Fight Club quote.
Okay. And where exactly did that come from? Where did it stem from? Like, what discussion were you having one day with your pals that are in your group and you're like, I think we should call our group Snap 'em?
Well, it started with me actually up on a phone at work a while way back. probably about 3 years ago, just sitting there wondering what would be a good band name or like what would be a good production company name. And then like I was thinking about acronyms and all that jazz, and then I thought about that quote from Fight Club, and then I saw what it made as an acronym, and I was like, "Ooh, yeah, I like that." So I did, pitched it to my friend, and he was like, "That's really good." So I just rolled with it. And I always liked the mentality of not particularly it being about fighting, but the mentality of change and evolution, especially within government and such.
Awesome. I like what you're saying,
Yeah,
man.
eh.
So, you have how many members in the Snap 'em group?
There are currently 7 members.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's like the Seven Dwarfs.
Ooh, we're a little taller though, and we don't wear the hat. Well, actually, one of
Well,
them's kind of short, but I won't say anything.
oh,
It's
okay.
okay.
Okay. Well, I mean, I'm only playing,
That's
but
fine. No.
7. Are you Snow White? No.
Yeah, I am actually. I'll wear a dress sometimes. Just don't tell anybody, okay? If you see me out and about wearing a dress, just don't tell my mom.
Okay, the secret's out.
Shh.
So you're friends with Misha from the Urban Spiral Dream Company, and you guys
Mhm.
collaborate together
Yes, we do.
and do music and stuff like that together. Yeah.
Yes, we do. Yeah,
Awesome.
Misha's. We've been friends for quite some time now. Always been in and out of the scene. He's been working on focusing on arts and responsibility behind yourself, and with getting a whole bunch of different projects out there from the arts to workshops and all that. And we've been doing the music scene for quite some time, so it was inevitable that we just came together and worked out. Worked together.
Awesome. I'm glad that there's male energy running around out there that is initializing this type of change to occur and to bring this type of energy and consciousness into an artistic community and to unify communities on many different levels and stuff. So tell me about your members of your band. Like, how did that all come about?
Well, it has been a long ride. It started as actually a solo project, just me doing myself and my beats that I made and stuff like that. Then, I went out and found the original members. There was 5 of us, and all of them switched out except for one person, a DJ, and then of course myself. So then it was a DJ actually for one show, and now the particular group that I have now is 4 of us are core members of the group. We've been together
Okay.
for about 2 years,
Right.
and then we just brought 3 new members on: backup singer, a funk blues guitarist, and a synth player.
Wow. I'm really looking forward. I hope I get to come to Sarasota tomorrow night and check out you guys live.
Yeah, it should be good over at the Floribian. It's gonna be
The
fun.
Floribian.
Yeah, the Floribian. For a long time, I thought it was the Floribine. I'm like, what is this? And I had no clue. I thought it was one of the worst names ever. But hey, that's cool. Floribian. Gotcha. We're playing the Get Off Your Ass show. Yeah, it's gonna
Yeah.
be amazing.
Sounds like it'll be a really cool gig
Yeah.
and a whole event because there's going to be somebody else there that's representing of how he was able to survive in life
Mhm.
with no money whatsoever.
Through time dollars.
Time dollars. And you're part of that?
Yep, I'm a part of that too. Misha's a part of that. We've actually gotten it to the point where now we're offering studio time at our studio for time dollars.
Very good.
Yeah, so you can just go on to I forget exactly, commonwealthtimebank.com, and you can go and check that out and do a little research on it. It's a really good idea because you can always get something like just trading them an hour for an hour.
So it's basically a bartering system then.
It is a
right?
bartering system in a sense, no doubt, with people all the way up from doctors to musicians. So
Doctors?
yeah, there's massage therapists too. Yeah.
Oh.
Oh yes.
Massage
Yes.
therapist.
Yeah.
I need a massage.
I do too. No
Okay.
doubt.
You know anybody?
I don't know. I heard that there might be somebody close by that might do that. I'm not sure.
Awesome. So, you are from a large family or a small family?
No, I'm an only child. I do have a side of my
Ooh.
family. Yeah.
Only child.
Pretty,
Oh.
pretty much. I have half sisters on in the California area from my father's side.
Okay.
And don't really know them too well. Got to visit them about a year ago. And yeah, that's about it on that one. Down here, it's just me, my mom, and my stepdad.
So you got all of your inspiration and all of your your talent
My
from your
talent.
parents, from your mama.
Well, from my mom, a lot of my
Hmm.
artistic side does come from her because, I definitely got into the arts. I love to draw. I haven't done it in a while because I've been focusing on music way too much, but not way too much.
No, just enough,
Just
darling.
enough. Maybe not enough. But, but yeah, my mom, she's been in the arts forever, helping it promote. She used to be an actress before she decided to become a fundraiser she was for the Florida West Coast Symphony, for the orchestra down there, for a lot of the arts in the area.
So your mom was an actress, huh?
Oh yeah.
What show? Hmm.
Actually, it would have been, if I remember correctly, the original Days of Our Lives. Yeah,
Really?
when it came out. If I ever, don't quote me on that because I
We're
don't
not
really get into
quoting.
my mom's past. I
Past.
don't really know if I want to know all that stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Well, it's okay. I wasn't really into Days of Our Lives.
Yeah, I was.
So
I don't like soap operas either. Believe me, I don't. Maybe that's why she never talks about it. She maybe didn't like it either.
oh, gotcha. Yeah. Because life in itself, it can be a real soap opera
Yes.
with people's dramedies and
Mm-hmm.
everything.
Yeah. Sometimes I sit back and I wait for the cued laughter. Sometimes in life, I'm like, where's that?
So, with your journey of your music and your band and everything, what are the depths that you have been touching on in the process, like on your own personal level and maybe on the level of some of your other members? Because when you're a part of a group, you're pretty much creating a family unit
Oh yeah.
or a tribe, and then you have different personalities and whatnot. So, how do you and your other members cohabitate or
Well, like you said,
coexist among each other?
It is a family, as you said. I mean, that was the whole purpose that when I first reached out to find members, like I told them straight up, I'm like, if you're looking for money, then you're going to the wrong spot. You want to be a cover band, you're going to the wrong spot. It's like I'm looking to make good music with a positive vibe and like a conscious effort to like make change in the world too through my music. So as soon as that happened, people would listen to the solo and then they would like, yeah, we got to make this live. So I mean, I first got a couple of like we're all very similar in philosophies,
Hmm.
and we're all a little bit twisted and crazy, man. We're all out there. So it's like we get along really well. And half of us used to live together too.
Oh, it's the real world, huh?
Yeah, it pretty much was. We really did think about putting up cameras and doing live feeds, and then we thought that could really get us in trouble. But
Not any more trouble than what? The Jersey Shore and
yeah,
some of those
yeah,
other shows
I
that they got.
guess so. I don't know. Yeah, I
What
don't really
happens
want to
when
do
five
it, though.
people live together and it's real? No.
Oh yeah, it was definitely there's drama all over the place, but there were awesome times too. And then we got to know each other very well, and we got a lot closer. And that's yeah, I still live with actually my guitar player Emmett Lawler. Yeah.
Hi, Emmett.
Hey Emmy.
How you doing? You could call in,
You you can call it anytime, baby.
727-493-2055. For anybody that wants to call in and just say hi to Mateo here. Or to me, Momma J. Yeah, I'm from all over.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, all over here too, man.
Very cool.
And so is the band. Like at the same time, it stinks too because we just lost a member, but gained a member too. So I mean, just recently, one of my core members the four actually had to move.
Aww.
Yeah, he had to move. He had to get out of here. So we and that stinks because he was like a brother to me too. Like I said, we're family no matter what.
Mhm.
And he's still I always consider him still a part of the family and still a part of Snap 'em.
Right.
But we can work digitally together now.
With Skype.
Yeah. No.
Okay.
Through emails and music. He'll send me a
okay,
file. I'll
okay.
send it back to him.
Oh,
Lyrics
okay.
on it
Not
or something.
Skyping, do the
I
whole
don't
show.
know. I don't like
No.
the Skyping thing.
I don't either.
I don't know.
I tried it like once or twice with somebody over in Australia, and that was just weird.
Yeah. I could see that being a little weird. Yeah, there was a guy that used to come to the coffee shop all the time doing that, and he was talking to his girlfriend. I'm like, can you guys get a room? It's like, this is a coffee shop, man. He's talking all sexy to his girl and
Oh,
like on Skype.
really?
Yeah,
Was it Starbucks?
No, no, no. It
Oh.
was Big E Sweets and Gourmet Coffee.
Oh, wow. That's like a little local place,
It
eh?
is. Yeah, it is. It's a mom and pop joint. It's
Oh,
really
I
came
love little mom and
came
pop
to the
joints.
scene. Yeah, they've been around for almost 10 years now.
Ooh, that means they're really good then.
Oh yeah, they're really good. I used to do poetry open mics over there too, bringing people from all over the place. It got really hot for a while. From like people from Orlando, Miami were coming out. Yeah.
And then what happened?
Then I decided to throw shows, big shows, and clubs and venues, and start booking bands and get outside of the open mic slash poetry night stuff. So I passed it to somebody else, and they utterly destroyed it, and kind of felt bad about it. But I had to move on.
I understand. So, you and your group represent the bohemian consciousness where money does not matter, money doesn't exist, or is it the fear aspect of money or
It's not the that money doesn't exist. It's that we know it exists. We just don't really like it that much. You know,
okay.
it controls too much of our lives. And pretty much, I think that a lot of people could have a more creative life and be able to grow more if they didn't have to worry about paying their like all the bills every single day and
Month?
worth. Yeah, every single month, working 9 to 5. You know, go home and never see their kids. You know, like have a babysitter, like never get to see them.
Right.
Yeah, so like it's not that well, we need money. We know that, but at the same point in time, we like to not use it as often as possible. You can always go to a friend. You can always, there's always barter.
Ah, okay. Well, is it the fear aspect of money that everybody has because in society we're always brought up to with the mentality that money is the root of all evils per se, but in actuality money can just be simply a tool and in the right hands of the right type of conscientious people that are spiritually evolved, intellectually evolved can be used to do wonderful, wonderful things.
Most definitely.
And it seems like your group and what Misha is doing with his Urban Spiral Dream Company and everything is that you guys are bringing upon this consciousness. But how could we marry it with using and accepting that money can be used for a good thing? Because it seems like you guys are these excellent entertainers that you deserve and are worthy to get paid.
Oh yeah. I mean, I'm not saying that we're washing our hands clean of money altogether
Mhm.
because right now I don't think personally that there's going to be a way to get rid of the money system altogether. At least not in our current state. So, I mean, the way that I can see it now is yes, we do want to get paid, no doubt about it. We have jobs. Every last one of us has a job. We're all holding down, our daily hustle and then trying to create at the same time. So
That's tough
it's really tough.
because I got one of those things going on myself.
Mhm. Yep, yep, yep. And I guess in the ideal sense of it all, it would be great not to have to worry about money as much. But at this moment in time, of course, we have to live in this monetary society in which everybody deals with money. So, and yes, you're totally correct, I think, in the sense of the right people with money can do great things. I mean, Sarasota is a pinnacle of that because there's so many people in the arts that do have money, but you always get that counterbalance, the against the people trying to do good with it that are just trying to make money for just no reason other than to make money. They don't
Mhm.
care how, why, or who's in the way.
Right,
So
right.
that's we're always battling that.
Absolutely. Well, what are some of the goals you and your group want to
Hmm.
manifest into this world, into your personal lives, for the group, for the society?
Well, for at a family level and at our like as a band, I want to bring the band up to the sense of playing in front of thousands of people all the time. Like I want to bring us around the world. I want to make sure that we can also take our philosophies and expand them upon the world too. And I know that we are all great musicians, so at the same time to spread that kind of love, that musical flow and that groove across the world, I just think, it'll make people a lot happier too because it makes me happy. And with as the sense of individual, I'm always trying to make sure that I'm one upping myself is the sense of my own consciousness and and my own personal goals and growth. always trying to, make it a little bit better. And as the sense of bringing it to the world and what we can do for that, I really just think that as long as we continue to keep an open mind to everything that's out there, then we're going to pretty much succeed and be able to influence in a positive manner.
Awesome. Well, I think what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and share with everybody some of the music that we've been talking about that your group has been creating and yourself. So, how we doing, Adam? Did you get to find the special song that we're going to share? Woohoo! Got a thumbs up.
May I prequel this real quick?
Sure.
Yeah, this song right here is actually based on a true story. It's not one of our most philosophically bound. That'll be the next one, or profound. But this is just based on a true story about a Czechoslovakian pop star and myself. That we had a great night.
Awesome. You're Czechoslovakian? Ooh.
Slovakian now, I guess.
Very cool. So everybody enjoy, and we'll be back in a few moments.
To me and you, hey baby girl, what's a guy got to do? I've been looking at you from across the bar. Yo girl, you were looking like a star. I saw you looking at me while you were dancing, swaying hips side to side and romancing. That's what got me thinking of you in my t-shirt next day, early afternoon. Hey baby girl, don't let me buy you a drink. Scoot a little bit closer, what do you think? About the rules of the world to the little boys and girls. What you might look like if you had curls. Me baby girl, I got a dirty mind. You've been running around in it since quarter to 9. You define shine and the divine design. Baby girl, how did you get so fine? How'd you get so fine? All night long we sing the song, oh yeah, nothing wrong. All night long singing the song, oh yeah, nothing wrong. All night long singing the song, oh yeah, nothing wrong. All night long singing the song, oh yeah, nothing wrong. There ain't nothing wrong. Ain't nothing wrong with a little bit of me and you. Yeah, baby girl, your eyes are telling what we gotta do. I'm thinking about her place and my place. She's thinking about how my lips must taste. She grabs my hand and we move away from the bar, trying to move our bodies ever closer to the car. Then she pounces me like a cheetah, but I'm the king of the jungle, so you know I gotta eat her. She pushes me up against the wall, starts nibbling on my neck, and she starts grabbing my balls. And now I'm like, yo, hey girl, where's the fire? All damn night with the soul, passion and desire. Jump up in my car and go get some hydro. Roll the road, let's smoke it down. Get ourselves a little bit higher. Talk about this, a burning hot fire. There ain't nothing wrong. All night long, sing the song, oh yeah, nothing wrong. All night long, sing the song, oh yeah, nothing wrong. All night long, sing the song, oh yeah, nothing wrong. All night long, sing the song, oh yeah, nothing wrong. There ain't nothing wrong. Rolling through the house and we can't wait anymore. I shuffle through the hallway, yeah, blast on the floor. Looking deep inside into the soul of a rise. Lapping it back and forth until it's ripping in the fast. It's time to go in deep space.
We're back. I hope you all enjoyed that song. Did you? Of course
I
you
love it.
did.
Come on, I
You
love
made
our
it.
music. Yeah, man, yeah, part of that right there. Love that song. It's real
Yeah.
funky at the end.
So
Mhm.
what's the back scoop?
Well, the back scoop
What's the story on that song, baby?
The back scoop on that one was, I had a little fling with a Czechoslovakian pop star. I guess Slovakian, you could say now. And yeah, it was just something that was a really good night. So I had to make a song about it. And yeah, she's still in my head to this very day. Hot ticket, great voice, and yeah, I'll never forget that night.
I know what that means. No.
Mhm.
When a guy is still thinking about a chick years later and writes a song, well. That's why the radio station The Dove is alive, because
Oh yeah.
men write these amazing love songs.
Oh yeah. Oh god. No, nothing that sappy. I
Okay, just check it.
don't think we'll ever be on the Dove.
Oh, okay. Just checking.
If we do, then save us.
Okay, Momma J will swoop in and save you
Yes,
for that
please
one.
pick us up and take us to a different radio station.
Oh goodness. So, do you have any other new people in your life like that would make you write a song?
No, not at the moment. I'm just right now we're making new songs, but not in the sense of lady songs.
Oh, so ladies, you know what that means. If you want to be the next one that he makes a song about, he's available.
It'll be good. Song, I mean, and that too. But.
I guess I'm pimping you out.
Yeah, dude, it's cool.
no.
That's fine. The digital hustle, I'm down.
Yeah,
That's fine.
I'm here to support all the musicians that come in here. Everybody that I believe in love. Everybody should have love in their
Oh, yeah.
life, in whatever capacity that is to show up. So, but I'll keep you in my phone. No, just kidding.
Keep me in the phone. You ever see anybody around? Just toss that number out.
So, anyways, what else is new in your life? What events do you have coming up?
Well, we have an event tomorrow at the Floridian, and that is the Get Off Your Ass concert. And then our next really big one is going to be at Selby Library on February 15th, if I'm correct. And that is the Selby Library Band Bash. It's mainly targeted towards teens, and up to up to 19 or something like that, I think. And so we get to play for a pretty big crowd. There should be like 800 to 1,000 people right there, right
Wow.
outside downtown Sarasota. So,
Students, eh?
yeah, that's we've been wanting to get a little more into that group right there, and we got a lot of people that like us. We got the funk. So
Very good. And so, would you say that how you're putting yourself out there for everybody to want to be attracted to your music and the message and everything, is that also what is being reflected in your personal lives and everything?
Oh yeah, I mean we are we are some of the most real people you'll ever meet. Like the people that we are on stage are the people that you meet when we're out in the crowd. It's like we're goofy, we like to have fun, and we do the same thing, maybe even more so off the stage. Where like it's sometimes you feel like a nut, sometimes you don't. We always feel like a nut, you know.
So, what is some of the craziest stuff that you guys have done on stage?
Oh, interesting.
Got you on that one.
Well, I
didn't
guess okay. In the very like one of our first shows, which was really fun, we all came out with ski masks and bandanas on. That was interesting. And
Ski mask and bandana.
yep. And yeah. We were a little heavier in the very beginning. We've gotten a lot more funkier reggae ska vibes since then. But we were like really in your face in the very beginning. And yeah, it was there at an art center place, and it was all ages, and there were family, and there was, it was grandmas over there staring at us like we're about ready to rob her. And
Oh, wow.
but everybody else is digging it. People were dancing, having a good time, but at the same time, yeah, that was one of the crazier like things that we did. We played also a Halloween show where we all dressed up as different characters, and I was all silver. I mean, completely
Characters
silver.
like
You know,
from
our
Power
own.
Rangers or what?
Yeah, we all made up our own characters, so it's like everyone looked a little bit different. I think the piano player at the time, he had like this crazy, like he had hair that just went all the way up to here, and he was painted up silver too from head to toe in a suit. And I was also in a white suit, I think he had, and I was in a black suit with a with a white Playboy cowboy hat on, Playboy bunny on the front, just all silver with sunglasses, silver hands, silver face, the whole nine. It was pretty funny. I would have to say.
Silver Surfer?
Yeah, I don't know, silver cowboys, like silver. I'm not sure, but you know, it was just goofy. We're like, sure, why not? It's Halloween, let's dress up. You know? Other than that, I mean, well, yeah, that's not. We don't really get too like intensely crazy on stage, other than just playing the funk and having a good time doing it. You know, we don't really we don't have a other than bringing out like Misha's group and such as like people as such, like we'll have break dancers come out to our shows, we'll have fire spinners come out to our shows and play and do their artistic craft while we're playing, or like halfway through the set all of a sudden some fire spinners come out or something along those lines, because like we don't want to, we're talking about doing some more theatrical type things, but
Burlesque.
ooh yeah. No, we actually talked about that. We thought about doing what was it? It was gonna be snap 'em in the buff or something like that.
Oh.
We were all gonna play naked. We had everyone signed up ready to do this, and then we all thought about it and we're like,
Not gonna.
yeah.
At maybe the nudist resort.
No. Right after we played with Cypress Hill, we had this lady come out of the stage and she wanted to get us to play her strip club. And we thought,
Really?
yeah. And I was just like, I don't know about that, And like I talked to, the female in the band because she was gonna have to wear skimpy stuff. And
Oh.
at first I'm
Yeah.
like, M is not gonna be down for this,
No.
not at all. But then she was like, she talked about it. She was like, that could go back to our, in the buff type thing that we were gonna do. And I was like, no, yeah, it was gonna be Snap 'em Full Monty. That was what we were gonna call it. Yeah.
That does have a good ring to it.
It does. But then we thought
For
about
the naturalists.
yeah, maybe at a nudist resort or something we could get away with that. But at a strip club, I think it'd just be a little weird.
No.
So, yeah,
No.
no.
Because people still have a negative
Yeah.
connotation, and
Yeah.
it would tarnish whatever image that
Image
you're
that we
really-
already had and trying to
Right,
make,
right.
and we're not, woo, strip clubs, not at all. None of us
Yeah.
even go to strip clubs.
Well,
you know?
that's good. Yeah, we don't do that.
Yeah.
But they do earn a living. I mean,
Oh no! Hey, I'm not saying there's anything wrong. I got friends that are strippers, but they don't go and see them, in the strip club. Just hang out with them after work and such. That's the job. People got to do what they have to do to survive.
Absolutely.
Tough world we're living
Yes. So I've been going through my many different things that I got here in my little magic book that I have of sayings and stuff that I've been pulling out from books that I've been reading and stuff like that. And I came across one that was very interesting that kind of ties into stuff that we've been talking about.
in. Okay.
People with a money first attitude become so money conscious that they forget money can't be harvested unless they plant the seeds that grow the money. The seed of money is service. Put service first, which is an attitude that creates wealth. Put service first, and money takes care of itself. Sweet, eh?
Yes, I like it.
Yeah.
It's very, very good words to live by.
Yes. A man who lacks enthusiasm never develops it in another, but a person who is enthusiastic soon has enthusiastic followers. Enthusiasm?
Yeah, no doubt. You
Plus
have to bring the
inspiration.
energy before you're going to be given energy.
Right. And don't forget, it pays to make little people feel like big people. We're all gifts to the world. God's gifts to the world.
Yes, we are. doubt about it.
Absolutely.
Everyone is just as equal as you. See yourself as better than somebody else, I like to say.
That is very true, that we all have to get connected with the inner gifts that we have, and know that God put all of us into this world, whether you name him Allah or Krishna or Muhammad or David or any of those masters' names that has been used through the course of civilization and history. All paths lead to the one divine consciousness, which is the God conscious energy or Christ conscious energy. And I was having a very cool conversation with someone today, earlier in the day, about somebody told him that he thought that he was God's gift to the world. And when he explained it to me in the sense that he took it as and admitted that, yes, I am, I was like, oh, well, dang, that makes total sense now. Okay, yeah, I'm God's gift to the world as well. Yeah, it wasn't egotistical actually at all. But it's funny how a lot of us have put that into an egotistical mentality because of our own negative perceptions that we have of ourselves. So we automatically want to project it to somebody and make it a negative factor instead of realizing that we all need to edify and uplift one another and be able to do that within ourselves. And to be able to do that within ourselves, we have to be able to accept and love ourselves for where we are at, where we have been, and where we are going to go. And the best way to do any of that type of stuff is to do forgiveness work. Have you ever done that?
Um, if that means that I spend a lot of time trying to think about forgiving somebody, then yes. I'm pretty good at letting things go.
Really?
Yes. I'm a pretty relaxed and chill person, and I have a very
Compassionate heart?
yes, very much so. So at any given point in time, I'm always trying to give out the love and seek it too. So
That's very cool. Have you ever done a self inventory
self inventory, no.
where you've written all your stuff down?
No, no, not really. I guess like my self inventory is my writing on a daily basis. So I'm always doing a self inventory at some point in time, trying to figure out the next level of me.
Rock on, man. But we poets unite. Absolutely. So when did you start writing poetry?
Oh, right when I got out of high school and into college, about first year in college actually. Cause
Really?
yeah. Cause I met a guy that was just as he was very poetical. He was a very profound poet and slam poet, and he just got me inspired. So I was just all of a sudden we started hanging out more, and I started writing slam poetry. Yeah, we had a magazine for a while too back in the day called Porch Magazine, which was an art and culture magazine. So just kept on writing poetry and kept on publishing it and kept on collecting from everyone else trying to get their words out there too, because it's really hard to get your voice heard in this society.
Oh yeah. So what is really the difference between like regular old school poetry and the slam poetry? Like, do you have to have the slam poetry be like pages and pages long, or
No,
can it be
it doesn't have to be pages and
short?
pages long. No, slam poetry mainly is from what I've gathered over the years. It's different for everybody, but it doesn't have to be pages and pages. It just has to be like very heartfelt, very in your face, and factual. Like mostly a lot of slam poets, they memorize their pieces too, so they can reach into their listener or their whoever's out in there. They can bring them in for the full view of who they are and how
Oh.
they are, so that you can stare them dead in the eye instead of looking at your page. That's like what I've always loved about slam poetry, because you're bringing yourself to the forefront and like trying to get the people to really feel you or that
Huh.
whatever you're talking about at that moment.
So, in order to be a poet slam poet,
Mhm.
you definitely have to memorize your stuff, eh?
You don't have to. I've seen slam poets do it with paper. It's just not as impactful, and it's not like I guess you could say, the professional way to do it in a sense, or
Oh,
the
gotcha.
most proper way.
Eloquence.
Yeah, or elegant way. Yes. But yeah, no, I've seen tons of people go up there with pieces of paper and just bleed their hearts out. So I mean, as long as it's pretty much bringing yourself up onto the stage and just giving it out there to everyone, really hard, like full force.
Definitely presenting an authentic aspect of self in performance art.
Yeah, most definitely.
Awesome.
Most definitely.
And so you write poetry and you are a musician. What about this artwork that you do? Have you
Uh,
like created your album designs and stuff like that, or
Actually, I've
do you do murals?
no, no murals or any of that jazz anymore. I mean, I got a lot of my art up on my Facebook and such, but for like older art, paintings to drawing, I was really good at drawing. Pretty much, I could draw any picture that you give me a picture, and I'll draw it just the way it is or morph it. I was really like into surrealism in the sense of graphite and charcoal for a while, and just making really mystical worlds with mystical beings and such in there. And then, after a while, I was going to school for it, and it made me lose the love and the passion because it was like, where am I going to go with this? Unless I don't want to go and become an illustrator for some business. I don't want to work as a designer in front of a computer. It's like, how am I going to bring this into the upper echelon of where I want to be in the long run?
Right, right.
And I'm like, I don't think they're ready for that. So it's like I don't really draw as much as I used to because now I've changed my direction in my artistic manner. So now I'm going down the poetry and music route. Well, actually, outside of the poetry, well, not really. I guess it's more in the sense of songwriting now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because most poetry can be turned into songs, or all poetry can be turned into songs,
I could say,
right?
yeah, most definitely.
Okay. Well, at some point, maybe I'll let you take a look at my poetry and see
Yeah.
what you can do with it. Because I've actually been interested in bringing poets, musicians, and visual artists together and collaborating. Only I've created a way to make money.
Yeah. Hey,
But
we make money.
I'm looking for investors right now because I have this huge idea that if I get the right type of investors, it could really make some
Oh yeah,
returns
can watch out though.
quite immediate, probably within 6 months.
That's what's up right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, we actually had somebody that was really interested in investing in what we're doing right now too. Not outside of just the Snap 'em thing, because we have our own studio now too.
Hmm.
So it's like it's Snap 'em and Switch Phase Productions, and we're constantly getting people that come in and they're like, "Wow, you have a lot of intense artists that you're working with. What would you do if, let's say, you had 10 grand to work with? Like right now, we're like, oh, well, let me tell
Well,
you,
do you have your list ready
Oh,
to
we got.
give them?
I always have a list ready. Yeah, we know exactly what we want to do and where we want to bring it. So it's like, but do we really want to? We're also people that love doing things for ourselves
Right,
and
right.
building ourselves. It just makes us stronger. So right now we're debating back and forth. We're gonna have a meeting with a couple of them, but at the same time, we're also like, we'll grow and be stronger if we do it all ourselves. But at the same time, if it's good money and it's good from good people,
Flexibility.
yeah, it's good for people. That's the problem. I had you gotta watch where you get your money too, because some people a little shadier than others.
Yeah.
So
Well,
I've denied investors before too.
because they were a little bit on the dark side.
Yeah, sorry, I'm a Jedi, yo.
Well, at least you were well aware of that type of vibe that you were feeling. Thus, you didn't just see the dollar signs and be like, yeah, and lunge for it. You had discernment and definitely, was like, not going to be good for the main cause of our group and for the benefit of everybody. And then what that could have entailed in the long run could have been a direct effect on your reputation and the true message that you want to put out there for everybody. So, yay for you, man, of not selling out.
No. Not gonna sell out.
But I'm definitely looking forward. I pray if God wants me to be there, that I will be there tomorrow in Sarasota. Where you're like a Buddhist type of guy.
Yeah, I'm spiritual, you could say, but I'm not. I guess you could say that I have Buddhist aspects. I mean, I also took in college. I got an AA in anthropology and an AA in fine arts. So I took anthropology and learned about religions too and all that stuff. So I guess you could say deep down inside, you could focus it more in the sense of just an overall understanding of the universe and understanding that I just don't know. At the same point in time, just making sure that I'm here in a positive notion with projecting positive energy towards the world.
But we do know.
Well, we do know. Well, I know everything, but I know nothing.
Our souls know quite a lot.
Yeah, I agree.
And the soul is what ultimately takes over when we allow it, when we allow our unhealthy egos to step aside and allow our true soul and spirit to come up. That is what actually nudges and pushes us into the direction that will make us happiest in our lives. And so part of what I want to do with my show and whatever I do outside of here is to help facilitate and help inspire and awaken people to their own personal spiritual paths and to what is theirs to do, what they're meant to do. And in the process, I'm finding what is mine to do as well. So when you help one another in that respect, it ends up being a co-creation throughout the world. And that's what we're ultimately wanting to do and needing to do as a mass consciousness of people, for we have arrived into this new energy that they say is the highest energy frequency of our humanitarian lifetime. And some are saying that this energy is of the Christ consciousness energy, meaning the second coming of Christ is within this energy that we are all starting to become very bathed in. And the more that we become aware and awakened to our highest capabilities, our highest divine consciousness with everything, that is when we will start to see more and more manifestations of co-creation that is divine and in the positive power links to what we could create a heaven on earth.
Hey, that's beautiful. Yeah.
Is that deep?
That's deep, man. Deep.
I do that every now and then. I think too much.
No, that's fine. Thinking too much makes
The world go round.
go around. Yeah, exactly.
I think too much, and then I think outside the box 90% of the time. So,
Yeah.
see, when a guy does that, girls love that, right? When a chick does that, guys are like, no, you're just too out there. You're too much. I mean,
Those are boys.
so how's your dating life been?
Yeah, it's been very good. I'd have to say I'm not lonely at the same time. Always pursuing the right gal out there. At the same
Right gal.
time,
What would be the right gal?
Mm.
Listen closely, ladies. You could be the one.
Oh, no, we all have our ideals. Beautiful, smart, funny. I do like exotic women.
Oh, so you like Latina,
Oh, yeah,
Czechies,
yeah.
Trekkies?
Trekkies. Yes, I love Trekkies. They're great. I'd love to go
Or
to
Jedis?
convenience or whatever. No. Conventions with you. There we go. That I just like to have fun. So any well-spirited, high-energy person that's a female is yeah.
Female.
Yeah.
Does she have to be a musician?
No, she doesn't have to be a musician, but it does help to be an artist. I'll give it that.
Okay, so did he just put up the 5-minute?
He did. It was either that or he was doing
Oh,
high
10
fives.
minutes, 10 minutes.
He
Okay.
wants us to go and give him a high five or something.
High 10. Woo!
High 10. Both of them. Damn.
Boom. So, yeah, because I'm really curious about, it's funny, and we're now switching gears because, we got 10 minutes.
Yeah. Let's make this the crunch time. Go.
Yeah. That I've been finding out that men have a real mold, a real ideal mold of the type of woman that they want to be with, that they really, really want to end up with.
Guilty.
And the funny thing is, most of the time, us women are accused that we do that with men, whereas it's really turning out that us women can't honestly get with a man unless the man is actually ready to be gotten.
Yeah, that's very true.
Because there are plenty of great guys out there, but if they are not emotionally, spiritually, like all lined up and ready to go, it does not matter how great the woman is, how special she is, how good she is to that man. He will pass her along.
Yeah. It's well, it happens. I'm not gonna say that men are not mostly chauvinist pigs, but the thing is, I
Are
guess
you?
no, not at all. The thing is, though, is right now I'm in love with my music and my art, and it makes it really hard to have a relationship. I've tried. It makes it really hard because I'm sorry, I have goals and I have
Right.
to get things done, and I'm moving and grooving, and I got to get to my goals, and I have to get them accomplished. So unless that girl has the same goals, then it's going to be really hard for us to fuse together and flow in that
Right, right,
direction where, I mean, what's the point of getting into a relationship if you don't want to grow together, you
right,
know?
right.
So, yeah, it just makes it really hard to have that. And I've already had that, so it's like, and now I'm out of it. And at the same time, it's like, taking a break away from it and focusing on self.
Mm. Were you with her for a long time?
Not really a long time, a year and a half, longest relationship I had. I'll give it that.
Really?
Yeah.
Year and a half?
Yeah, a year and a half.
Wow, you're newbie.
Yeah, that's the longest I've ever been able to get. I'm sorry.
I went for 6.5, 7 years.
Woo! Wow, that's trooper right there.
Yeah, but now it's been about that long since.
Yeah.
You find yourself in those non-relationships, but the relationships.
Well, yeah, I'm in non-relationships, and yeah, at the same time, you get, there's emotions attached at some point in time, and then it's like, you both kind of figure, what are we doing next? Are we going to take this to the next step, or are we just going to keep going? So I just still haven't found, I guess, the one that you could say our spirits would mesh well together.
Oh, so you were actually one of those aware guys that you do want to have a soul connection.
Oh, it's got to be there. It's
Wow.
got to be there. If that's not there, then there's no absolute point to be in a lifelong relationship or however long. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But yeah, when it comes down to it, yeah, I like to have fun, like to do all that jazz. But at the same point in time, I think we're all here to try to find our soulmate or whatever you want.
Twin flames.
Twin flames, yes.
Because everybody's a soulmate.
Yeah,
But
true, very true. I can dig it.
The twin flame, that's the rarity when people can find that. And I've been meeting more and more people that they have found their twin flames.
That's awesome. Well, congratulations. I've seen a lot of people that I think have too, and yeah, and I watch from afar. My friends that have been so lucky to find something like that, and yeah, and all I can say is maybe one day.
One day
Mhm.
over the rainbow.
Until then, I'm gonna follow the yellow brick road, and
With the
try to get my
munchkins.
and get my goals accomplished, and try to get my music.
So
out
did
to
you
the world.
actually like write down your goals? Like, do you have a vision board going on or?
I've been doing this so long now that my vision quest is always going, but it definitely knows the direction and where it's going. So it's like right now it's music. It's bringing it from Florida to the US to the world. And we're already getting out to the world, so
That is
hopefully
magnificent that you are a very strong man, that you definitely know what your soul wants to do and you're allowing your soul to lead you. And I'm very grateful and thankful that you decided to take a trip up here from Sarasota, like on a whim. I didn't think he was gonna, like, I called him a few days ago, left him the message because Misha made the connection, da-dee-da-da. And then I'm like, oh, didn't hear from him because he doesn't want to come. And then he calls me earlier today. Yeah, I'm going to come. I'm like, all right, rock on, man. Cool.
Yeah.
So,
I was hanging out with Sinbad.
yeah, I got you, man. I just saw him one time when I went out to Mount Shasta. You should try Mount Shasta. It's a very powerful energy vortex out in California. Amazing. I'll fill you in.
Yeah. No doubt.
But anyways, I think we're getting close to getting out of here. We're gonna follow up with another song from Snap 'em.
This one's a little more intense. This has more. It's not a story about a girl. This is actually a story about
Life.
life. Yeah.
Yeah.
Century of
So
Lies.
we got what we doing, man?
What we doing now?
Yeah, we can go out. We're at that time, right? Okay. Well,
Cool. Oh, yeah, let's
fill in.
Yeah, this song that's gonna be I guess coming up next is Century of Lies. I wrote it in the sense of this was like like after post 9/11 and everything. So it's
Really?
and I'm looking at it in the sense of the last 100 years of war and oppression and lies across the globe. So that was the mentality that I came into that particular song, Century of Lies.
I wrote something called A Soldier's Cry for 9/11 when we went to war and stuff like that.
That tripped me out, man. I was
even considering going
woken up.
into the military at that time after
Yeah.
I had a kid.
Yeah, I was woken up to that. Like, I actually, what was really weird is I sat down that night. I didn't even fall asleep until about 6 o'clock in the morning because I was just up writing poetry, staring into a fire. And I wrote this poem that had to do, like, it got published and it had to do it freaked me out the next day when that happened. I read the poem and it was all about things crumbling down and rebuilding out of the flames. And then, bam, that later on, that happened. So in that particular sense,
It was your
I believe,
premonition.
well, I believe in a universal consciousness because at some point
You got channeled.
I tapped into something and it was there, and it was definitely whew.
Oh
It still freaks me out to this very day because that happened, and then I read the poem and I'm like, dude, I wrote that right before it happened. So nuts.
Yeah, they're channeling through us if we allow them to. The higher level consciousness comes from the ethers and channels through us when we open ourselves up to it. I've been getting channeled since I was a little girl when I started writing poetry about 12 years old.
Nice.
I've been doing that for a while, but I got to get over my chickenness. I think I got feathers going on. So I'll eventually, everybody will start noticing my stuff coming out there too as I make lovely connections like you. Thank you, Mateo, for coming with us. Thank you, everybody, for watching and listening. Stay tuned next week. Well, I will have a wonderful Reiki master, and we'll be talking about Reiki and the power of healing and whatnot. And I hope you all have a great evening. See you next week. Bye.
Part of me wants you to be what I be. Another part of me wants you to see what I see. Time comes in and takes you out to sea. Wanna see you ready, wanna let you fighting to breathe. Nothing but you gotta work to get to where you wanna be. No matter what you do, and if you want it to succeed, you let it feed you, let it out, you wanna see. People gon' believe you're barking up the wrong tree. Love what you do and real for the fight. Then you can take these treading wheels on your back and it's a light. You'll beam it down from the sky. Tell them what they do it to a different place and time. I got to mind to find a crazy rhyme that makes the people wanna cross the line. Take the time from the trolls, stealing the soul. Here we are, lo and behold, a century of lies is about to unfold. And I can see it. Yes, I can see it. A century of lies is about to unfold into an untold story put on hold. A century of lies is about to unfold. A century of lies is about to unfold. A century of lies is about to unfold into an untold story that's put on hold. Do you know your role for all your personal goals? So when you settle for the birds or when you go for the cold, could've, woulda, shoulda, but you put it on hold. All those insecurities that left you out in the cold. Don't play speed, but rely on the road. Cause a bus load of chicken toes will make you explode. Kick you out the back of rat-a-tat and scattered a bunch of great metaphors on when your body gets splattered. But if you choose to glow and not fall in a row, like a bunch of dominoes, slides off the beach, I know. You might just know how to throw the death blow. Or will you get yourself into a bad scenario? So many paths that we can take in this life. Hindsight's 20/20 for the blind and the blind. And I can see it. Yes, I can see it. Century of lies is about to unfold into an untold story. Put on hold. Century of lies is about to unfold. Century of lies is about to unfold. It's alright, if you make some bad decisions. Keep on going, yo, just keep on traveling with precision. If you got that vision, then you gotta make it happen with it. The time allotted, oh, you're definitely slacking. Tracking and attacking, global mapping and scanning the famine on my nation, complacent and facing amazing changes in occupation by a fascist, nasty, elastic. You could even say the president is plastic. Malleable, liable, origami, foldable. Cut the strings off, not even employable. Bloodlines, war crimes, perpetrated